The Youth Justice Coalition is a group of folks, basically community members that have been directly impacted. Our mission is to really just challenge the addiction to mass incarceration, deportation, school to jail, track, and so that's what we're all about.
When I was 11, I was expelled from my school, so I was in 6th grade. Because this guy was always trying to like make fun of me, just really pick on me, and I asked my teachers and no one ever helped me do anything about it. And so I confronted him and he tried to hit me. And I remember I was actually gonna hit him back too, but I actually slipped. And next thing I knew, like everyone was fighting. And so I was arrested. They gave me a $500 ticket. My driver's license was suspended. I was only 11.
Mass incarceration has been very destructive, particularly here in LA. It's a big problem because in our communities it takes a lot of people away. It takes our parents, it takes the breadwinners, and in most cases what we've been seeing, it takes the children.
We've lost visual, Commander.
The school to jail track is the widespread pattern of pushing students out of school and into lockup. The current school system and security policies create schools that look and act more like prisons than schools.
You know, we want better for our children, for our kids, especially for those that come through here, because the students that we take are the students that generally the public school system has felt as being discarded. I mean, for lack of a better term, right? They've pushed them out and just said, hey, forget about them. It's not so much the issues that happen in school. We're worried about what happens when you kick the kid out and they're out of school. When they leave that safe space, what happens? What we know from experience, you know, as people directly impacted, as a lot of times they will wind up being caught up in the criminal justice system somehow, some way. Some interaction with law enforcement will take them down that road and put them right on that track.
Ain't nobody perfect, but if something arise and happen, I'd be damn y'all ain't got nothing for them but a prison. You ain't taking them to the nearest community center, you take them to the nearest jail holding cell. That's what you're doing.
You know, when you start treating youth like suspects, they become suspects, right? They start exhibiting those behaviors and stuff like that. And so that's why we say it's a track. But what we want to do is we want to end it.
Before you educate the head, try to educate the heart.
I heard about the Youth Justice Coalition because I came to school here. I had friends that do graffiti, and a lot of them would tell me that they came to the school where it was okay, to do graffiti because they would give you a space to do it.
Free LA is a service provided by Youth Justice Coalition. We serve young people on the border of South Central and Inglewood. What makes us different is not just that we emphasize social justice, but we put it into practice.
Part of our curriculum is to just really educate them about how the system really works, to bring the history that's been deleted from the textbooks.
So I do think that a school like Free LA is needed, and if all continuations could adopt the methods that Free LA use to show people that you don't need police in schools, and you have peace builders, which are people that have their own experience, that have been impacted by the system, right, but have been able to come out of whatever struggle or situation and overcome it and teach the young people, guide them another way than calling the police or giving them a ticket or, just hurting them in different ways, like emotionally, physically. It's really important.
My job is to promote peace without a peace. So what I do is not only do I do that, I motivate. I make sure that people or the students want their diploma.
We're not going to give up on you, we just need you not to give up on yourself. So everyone needs an opportunity and everyone deserves a chance over and over and over again if necessary. We try to get our students to do actions once a week, and actions basically is either visiting the Board of Supervisors, participating in public comment, visiting Sacramento, lobbying with our state assembly members.
The thing that sets YJC apart for me, a lot of our base are youth, our decision makers are the youth. Other organizations, that's not necessarily the model. You know, they don't bring the youth out, or we don't see the youth making the decisions. We see adults making the decisions for them. Like they're just being supported, but not being engaged as leaders. And that's what we do. We engage our youth to be leaders. And so our work then as the adult organizers, or people that have aged out, or people coming home from incarceration, is to really open the platform to give them the voice and let them speak. And so it's really for them to step up and for us to step down.
It's not any older person's job to tell a young person, this is how you define success, this is how you define justice. We may not have the exact same experiences they have, and they know, I think the individual knows best what's best for themselves, and the community knows what's best for the community.
Free LA has really given me the power to step into my own power, right? And really feel grounded in whatever way I choose to go with power, right? What does power mean? You know, it doesn't mean because I'm organizing, I know everything and I'm high in my, no, it doesn't. What it means is, how do I teach what I know to someone so that that person can take my position? Because I'm not supposed to work at Free LA forever or YJC forever. I'm supposed to be allowing for the other young people that come to school here to have the same experience that I did, right, when I was 16 and this was my first job.
Without Free LA in this neighborhood alone, it'd be many more on the street. Free LA High.
But we bring them here, and you know what? They graduate. They move on to college. So they're not what people think they are. They're great kids.
When they say Free LA, especially the students and the young people, it's about freeing everyone and breaking our chains from the system or from whatever oppressor tries to oppress us.
We don't kick out. We form ours around transformative justice, not restorative. It's transformative first. Sometimes you can't restore nothing that's never been there, restored. But we transform these babies into grown people. We transform these babies that been around and always grew up in violence, always grew up and always knew this to get out of it. No, it's not. Let's go talk about it. That's what I want the world to do. That's what we do. We don't give second and third and fourth. We give all chances. We don't kick out. We don't push out. We don't curse out. We uplift. You know what I'm saying? We encourage, we educate. You come here, you've been taught by leaders. You come here, you've been taught by genuine people that been there and done it and don't want you to go through it. My job is to live and make it happen so my son won't go through it. Live it, but don't do what I did, baby.
If we don't get up and fight for our people and we don't get up and fight for our future, then who's gonna get up and fight for us?
Visual command.
just allowing people to be who they are.
Because the youths are the future of tomorrow.